Hey, what's up everybody? This is Royce and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting a new project, or hopefully I should say this winter starting a new project going into 2019. And no, I did not forget about the SW760 that I'm still working on, and part 2 should be coming hopefully soon. I know quite a few of you asked me about that, but the unveiling of the latest project, if I can ever get around to finding time to work on, is a Browning m1919a4, and this will be converting a full auto kit into a semi-auto rifle essentially. So this is from Sarco, this kit, and you get not everything shown on the table here obviously, but you get let's see, you get everything but the right plate, which this right plate here I bought from stemparts.com, which is it needs all milled out, and I'll show that a little bit closer then. But these are older Israeli 30-06 Brownings that were converted to 7.62 NATO, which is 308 basically. So there's quite a few differences. I don't know the exact date on this, if this is a World War II kit or not, or more like Korean War. It is a Saginaw, and most all of my parts were marked Saginaw on it. And there we have a handle from an A6 model. I'd started buying little accessories a while, and I bought the reproduction tripod for a really good price from Cope's Distributing. And I got the Israeli A6 style shoulder stock and flash hider, new in the wrap, from Numrich Parts. That's back in the back there. And my wife got me the stainless steel pan for Christmas. That is going to be for me parkerizing the parts. The pintle, which you see right here, this is a reproduction one that I scored for really cheap as well. I believe that was off of eBay, and I think that was like $35, really reasonably priced. The tripod seems to be really well done, and I added the maker's plaque here on the front with a reproduction brass plaque that came from IMA, and I shot it satin black and kind of just went over with some steel wool to dress it off. But it's pop rivet on there. I don't think that's exactly accurate, but oh well, it's okay. To put this kit together, I had bought the rivet kit a while. That was from Apex Gun Parts, and there's all the miscellaneous parts that come in your kit. Mine was missing 2 different pieces from Sarco. Was missing the left pintle pad, and they did send me one, which is cool. So thank you, Dave, Machine Gun Dave at Sarco. And now we're trying to get, this is starter tab, that wasn't part of the kit. We're trying to get, it was missing the, let's see, which one would it be? The right side, it would rivet right to here. The back right side cartridge stop for the 308, and I can't seem to find them anywhere, and Sarco really hasn't gotten back to me lately on it. So I'm still hoping that they'll solve it, but it was missing out of the kit, and pretty much from what I read online, these are useless without that cartridge stop. So we gotta get that, but that's the last piece I need before I can get started. I did start just laid down some blue spray paint, and I started laying out where it needs milled. Essentially, to make this legal, you have to have an island. Might be hard to see here, but there's an island that'll be left raised up off this surface. This is 1/4-inch steel plate. So I'll be milling down, I think it's like 65 thousandths of an inch or something, I forget what it is. And also all these grooves will need cut in back here, here, and up top. And that'll mate made to the top section, the back grip, which I don't have that here. I have it out in the garage. Forgot to bring that in. But the Israeli stuff, this one isn't really marked up. A lot of them have a lot of numbers stamped on the side. This one has the U right here and the U on the top, indicating that it's Israeli, and I believe this dimension's shorter, I think, on the Israeli top cover pieces than the Americans one, or the veteran ones, I should say. And also there was a sleeve in this, the trunnion. I had already pressed that out for whatever reason. When they put them in the service, Israel, they had these sleeves in there. I'm taking it out because it doesn't really make any sense to me. And but hopefully it should be a fun project. We got a lot to do. The rivets will go here, obviously, the top, the back side. So it's a lot to do to make this into a working rifle. Israelis also modified the top of the sight. This platform here, I'm going to Dremel tool that all off, and so it should be pretty cool. Here you have your trigger assembly. This is what they call the barrel extension, where the barrel would connect here, which I don't have the barrel here. I don't even know where I put the barrel, but it's here somewhere. And here you have your old Saginaw gear division numbering on here, and some old ordnance stamps on the lock. This is your extractor. For whatever reason, this one came from, I think this came from Apex Parts. I had got a spare kit, and you can see this one already, someone's milling out here for a semi-automatic project. So it saves me, excuse me, it saves me a little bit of time having to mill everything out. Well, I still have to mill out the bolt and the trigger group and all that, so it'll slide around that island on the right side plate, if that makes any sense. So got a good bit of work ahead of us, but I think it should be pretty fun project. And I've always wanted one of these, and they just keep going up in price. So I thought, you know, you only live one time, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot. I am I'm not too bad on the mill. I just took a class not too long ago. Thankfully my job paid for it, so I'll be putting all my experience there at the mill to use here to do this island. The trigger group, in order to make it for semi, that all needs modified. This accelerator will need modified. The sear, which I think I have one right here, that L-shaped piece, the sear needs modified. And I'll probably just go through KMP. They make a great semi-auto trigger grouping already with the sear and all that, and I'll probably mill the bolt out myself to mate up to their sear and trigger group. So this is part one, and just to give you guys a little taste here how excited I really am here. I'm trying to figure out, you know, how to move forward with this. Mainly I don't want to move forward until I know for sure I can get that cartridge stop. It rivets in right here, because this, from what I read online, it's pretty much useless without that. So kind of like, I just hope that Dave over at Sarco can get me one. If not, I'll have to try to go through some other avenues. Here's an extra firing pin here. That came from Apex Parts. They had a pretty good deal for a whole bunch of extras. I think it was all, I'm not sure, I don't think that's it there. Anyway, there's a pack somewhere. I got a whole bunch of stuff for really cheap. This is the breech lock. This goes on the bottom. Here it gets screwed in. And like I said, the pintle pad, I was getting ready to make one of those piece of scrap steel, and this showed up one day in the mail. Nobody had ever said anything to me. They never sent me an email, nothing. So, you know, and Sarco's customer service is kind of, if you ever look on Google reviews, it's not very good. But I didn't have any troubles with them. It's just, I kind of wish an email, someone would have said something back to me. But it showed up in the mail, and that's cool. That's awesome. So I thank you guys at Sarco for that. Now if we can just get the back cartridge stop. Alright, so there you go, a little teaser for you guys. And can't wait to try out Parkerizing myself here on the grill. I'm sure the wife will be thrilled about that. So, and I also want to get my blast cabinet all set up to blast all the parts. And I think once I get the right side plate milled out, I think it'll move along pretty decent. All right, so hopefully, just hope I can post a second video soon, and the SW760 video, I hope to get that done here hopefully soon. I'm going to send my tax stamp in for that, for the short barrel, and so I finally got my gun trust stuff situated. Had some issues there with the ATF, and they resolved the issue, and hopefully can move forward. All right, so be sure to subscribe if you like anytime you know any of these kind of weapons videos. I also have Pedal to Metal, which is my Hot Wheels channel. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. All right, bye now.